It's probably one of the most disappointing games I've ever seen as a Marlins fan. And I've seen quite many disappointing games. This one completely takes the cake because you had plenty of chances to get the runners to go home, with plenty of opportunities to have runners scoring position, running and scoring position, running and scoring position, and running and scoring position. And you only get 2 innings out of those opportunities. And Alcantara, oh man, Alcantara, this is the game that we needed from him to get through, right? To step up and get through this game against the White Sox. He couldn't even do that. He got a loss. He got a fucking loss from this game. Gave up all 4 runs, and one of them was a home run. But perhaps the most annoying thing about this game is when our runners are trying to steal the base, they keep getting caught stealing second. And in the one play that happens, I forgot which inning it was. It had to happen in the middle of the game. I think it was like the 4th inning or something like that, where Nick Fortes got picked off at third base. He was leaning too far to the right, could not get back to third on time, and got picked off. What the fuck? In terms of scoring, Vogt got a base hit of course, Andrew Vogt. I don't know why people don't like this player, because he's a talented player. That 3rd inning gave up a couple of hits, with Taylor, Rojas worked the walk, and then, Andrew Vogt. Yeah, cool. 1-0 Sox already, right? Top of the 4th, you have a couple of base hits, and then the fielder's choice to shortstop. Sonoha flied out to left. Edwards finally came in, hit a single, so we tie it up, right? Things are looking good. And then the Nick Fortes thing. The top of the 5th, right? Top of the 5th, Wagaman saved at first from the fielding error by Rojas. What? That's an error? I don't think it's an error. I think Wagaman should have had a base hit right there, to be honest. But they changed the call. Bottom of the 5th, yeah. Bottom of the 5th, I will say this. This umpiring crew had some strange calls. There was, I forgot who was at bat. I think it was, I forgot who it was. But one of the at-bats, which was, I believe it was either Midaroth or Taylor. Who cares, right? Who cares? One of those batters, there was a strike looking, right, at the bottom of the zone. At the bottom of the zone. The thing is, that pitch didn't even make it to the zone. It was far below the zone. I shouldn't say far because it was like a little closer to the zone, but it was below the zone, really below the zone. Bill Miller, the crew chief, is the home plate umpire in this game. He called that a strike. And the dugout of the White Sox completely erupted in anger. They had enough because this umpiring crew all series long has been very inconsistent. We saw Augustin Ramirez having some word with him, with the umpires at home plate. Clayton McCullough. Now in this case, the White Sox, the hitting coach and their manager, gone, goodbye. They've both been ejected from the game. So from what I understand from the Marlins this season, this is the first ejection that we've seen personally on live television, right? Not on the Marlins, but in the season alone when the Marlins are involved with something. So I guess, but yeah, no, I totally get why they could be pissed off about this. Those were not good calls. Those were awful calls. But it didn't matter at the end, right? Top of the 6th, infield single. Norby got caught stealing, because of course. Bottom of the 6th, Alcantara still pitching. Really praying that he was going to get through this. Mathias hits single. Sosa flied out. Palacios, there we go. Palacios, it's single. And with Elko, right? Elko was making his major league debut yesterday, and now he's coming into that bat. I see why they want to keep Sandy to try to get him out, right? Get him to draw a double play. And then he hits a motherfucking home run. He hits a home run to left center. First of all, congrats to Elko. Congrats to Elko to get that home run against not just any pitcher, a former Cy Young Award-winning pitcher, Sandy Alcantara, in his second game in his career in the majors. And now it's 4-1 White Sox. Baldwin struck out swinging, and Alcantara could not get through the sixth. Oh, man, this team just gives me headaches every freaking day, dude. One of these days, I'm just going to wave the white flag again, if I'm being straight with you, because this is just painful. And it's so painful that you're losing to the White Sox. You lost the series to the White Sox. Edwards got a single. He stole second, thankfully. Sanchez grounded to second, because of course. Augustin Ramirez hits a reach on an infield single, which will allow Edwards to score. And then a double play. And then the rest of the game is 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3, and then that's a ball game. Final score of this game is 4-2, White Sox winning the series against the Marlins. Oh, man. I mean, seriously, you lose to the flippin' White Sox. Both teams with 7 hits. Guess what? White Sox had more runs. Two staff members of the White Sox got ejected from the game in the fifth inning. Guess what? The White Sox scored 4 runs. The White Sox got an error in the fifth or fourth, whichever inning. Who the hell cares? They got an error. They got an error in the game. It was a fifth inning, and they still won the game. Everything was lined up for the Marlins. But the biggest problem is they had many chances in this game. From first inning all the way to the 7th inning. And all those innings, you had at least one chance and one runner at base. And a few times runner in scoring position. And you capitalized only 2. Putrid. We go to the north side of Chicago against the Cubs, and I don't know. You guys, I don't know what to tell you. I just have no idea what to tell you, man. It sucks. All right, I'm going to go. Little bit later on, I'm going to get some sleep. Do the Panthers recap. That's hell of exciting. And, and then I'll see you guys a little bit later on. All right, good night.